This week's Parsha has a lot of blaming. Korach's blaming Moshe and Aaron, Hashem saying Korach's guilty, and there's a slew of events that kind of point to who's really to blame. So I want to tell you a story. It's a story that involves Rabbi Zilberstein, and it's connected to this idea of who's to blame. So the story goes like this. There was a teacher who was teaching a student, and the student was very unruly. It was hard to manage. And this teacher didn't know what to do with the student. And so at a certain point, his teacher started punishing the student. And when it became parent-teacher conferences came around, the parent said to the teacher said to the parent, "You have to take care of your child. I can't manage them in the class. Maybe you can send them to a psychiatrist, get them on Ritalin, get them some medication. I can't manage them. It's crazy." So the father listens, and the father goes forward with it. And he gets his child Ritalin, and the only problem is that the child's a little embarrassed to take it, and the child has to take it every few hours, so just take it in school. So the teacher came up with an idea. How about I'll keep it near my coffee in the teacher's lounge, and when you go bring up my coffee, you'll privately take your Ritalin, and you come to my class. That was the plan, and they executed the plan. And after a while, things got much better. The teacher was able to manage the student, and his grades got better, and it was just so much easier in class. So once the report cards came out, the student got a very good report, and his father chatted with his child and said, "I'm so proud of you. You've done really well. I'm so glad that things have gotten better in class." He goes, "Yes, for sure. Things have really improved. Now, ever since I started taking up the coffee and putting the Ritalin in the coffee and bringing it to my teacher, things have gotten so much better for our class." It seems like a joke, but apparently this is a real story. Because they ended up going to the teacher and saying, "Listen, look, maybe you have the problem," and the teacher accepted that he did, and he realized that he was thinking this child was this problem child when really he had a problem paying attention, and things were just triggering him all over the place. Once he got on a certain dose of medication, he was able to manage the child much better. And so the halacha question was like this, and I don't want to go deep into the halacha but I want to kind of share the message of this. But the halacha question was, the teacher asked now, the teacher asked who has to pay for the Ritalin, because the parent paid for the Ritalin, but the teacher benefited from it. So now does the teacher have to pay back the parent? It wasn't the parent's fault. The child snuck it into the coffee. But the teacher's asking, do I have to pay back the parent now? Because I took Ritalin now for 3 months, and it wasn't. I didn't even pay for it. So that was the question that they asked Rabbi Zilberstein. Rabbi Zilberstein answered that most likely the parent was happy that you took it, and he's okay. He'll be forgiving of it. But he said maybe if the parent wasn't forgiving, maybe the teacher would have to pay for it. Anyway, that's the halacha question. But I think the message here is a good message. Sometimes we are so adamant that we categorize somebody in front of us, say, you have this issue, you have that problem, this is your issue. And sometimes it's us. We are the ones who have the problem, and we're experiencing it that way because we have the issue. And sometimes it's even more than that. Sometimes we have that exact same issue, and we say the other one has it. We project our issues on the other. That's what actually happened in our Parsha with Korach. Korach said, you're looking for honor, you're looking to raise yourself up above everybody, to Aaron and Moshe. Really, he was doing that himself. And when Moshe and Aaron came back to him, that was what they said. Why are you looking for honor? And in the end, Hashem showed all of them who is really worthy of honor, which is Moshe and Aaron, and not Korach. So the message of this is that sometimes we point blame at others. Sometimes it's specifically at the point where we're to blame that we put it on others.